Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, y'all already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in. See, one of my people's already popped in Boston. What's going on, bro? All right, I'm gonna be on the lookout for that. Just reading the chat now. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that, bro. First things first. Hope everybody's having a blessed and productive Thursday. Hopefully, everybody is getting through the day smoothly, no hassle, no nothing. Appreciate those who tuned in last night. And definitely appreciate those who tuned in yesterday afternoon for the discussion. Definitely with some real conversations. And if you missed either one, watch the replays. You already know I had to come and chime it up with y'all. Um, there's something that I want to bring to the forefront right now. I think it's something that needs to be said again. There's a reason why it's hard for people to either build, come together, or even just vibe in the same places. And some of it is because you have those who want to befriend people, got those who want to just disrupt people, and you got those who just want to still be stuck in ignorance. It's a new day and age. Certain ideologies and certain thinking processes that people thought was the way to go ain't the way to go. And here's why it's not the way to go. Um, because from what I've seen, most people are on that notion of it's not about any type of division. It's about trying to get to that common goal. And it's just the funny part about it. Again, it's hard to build because you'll have people who try to come into a fold, befriend people, or even just try to do anything to try to sabotage. And my whole thing is with this situation is if you want to sabotage and do whatever it is you want to um, do it in your own backyard. The one thing I can never stand, and has always been my pet peeve, is when people befriend people. It shows me what kind of character you really have. Uncle L, what's going on? Amos, what's going on, y'all? It shows me real character. And it's sad. You ain't gonna come with the notion thinking that I could get amongst a group of people, I could probably blend in, and then start to do whatever. Because there's always somebody that's on point when one person ain't on point. It's the difference nowadays. And again, most people are not living in the olden times. Most people don't even look at race, creed, color, any of that shit. And the ones that do are the ones that's still stuck in the past. It's just my opinion. Or it could be facts. Either which way. From what I've seen, it ain't always a racial thing. It's not always a creed thing. None of that. It's just simple smartness and simple ignorance. Which one are you on? Are you a smart individual or are you retarded? I'm just gonna say it like that. Are you smart or you retarded? Which one? Uplatty, what's going on, baby? And this is a public service announcement to those who are still living in that time frame. At some point, you're gonna be your own downfall. Just want you to know that. You all will be your own downfalls because your old school ideologies and the way you try to manipulate things in life ain't always going to work. Again, most people are going to wake up if they already ain't woken up already. And I still feel like that's the worst thing to do is befriend somebody. Not going to be sincere about anything that you shouldn't come into anybody's fold, period. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Hey, Platty, I forgot. I keep forgetting you already in Friday. Oh, yeah, happy Friday, baby. Definitely get you some rest. And definitely speak later on. See, like, this is the problem now. The fact that ignorant people get to have a voice and opinion, that's what makes it a little bit difficult. You know, and honestly, they shouldn't have a voice and opinion because if you're going to maintain ignorance and any type of racial behavior, then you should stay in your own accordance and don't be around people who are on the common goal notion of just. And don't befriend people that you might think got any type of mental disabilities, mental problems, period. Because that's a sheer way for you to get yourself hurt. Yo, James, what's going on? Oh, my fault. I gotta change your name. Shirtless Petty. What's going on, baby? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yes, and if you hearing chewing and all that stuff in the background, for those who was already here, yes, I'm stuck with Beethoven again. The one thing I've come across and just seen that's this sheer goodness on and off here is that a lot of people are mostly about just building and coming together and trying to see the positive things happen in their communities. So I feel like this. That's more important than any other damn division, any other damn fucking psyop trick, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm about to get real gutter with this. Sorry. All the old ideologies that y'all go by and that y'all still going by to this day, they will eventually not exist no more. And the reason, again, is because the right people are coming to build. And see, I can say this right now as clear as day. I'm sorry, but it got to be this way now. You come in, at least over here, with any type of anything, as far as building, it's going to be excommunicated and sniped out. That's it. See, I'd rather really build with real people who are genuine about their actions than to have anybody around me that's not genuine about their actions. Because I can honestly give two shits. Excuse me for saying it like that. Type of time and I'm on, mostly everybody that has been rocking, y'all know how I am. Mostly all the time I'm on calm, cool, collective. I gotta do what I gotta do. I do what I gotta do. And the problem is, still feel like it's not enough being done. So at some point, a lot of things will start it will start coming into fruition the way I want it to. And I'm going to keep myself on that positive accord because unlike some people, I don't fucking stay down in my fucking bag for too long. Problem all in all, too many people, and I mean this, too many people as of recently have just been showing their true colors, which is a sad notion because it really goes to show you the type of people that make it hard to build, period. And it's hard to build with people who still want to remain ignorant, who say one thing, do the opposite. It's crazy. What's going on? This is the problem. Some of y'all are not going to be walking around this earth, and I can say this, the whole earth, trying to befriend people, especially those who are on the other side of the mental spectrum. Whether you want to call them mentally challenged, disturbed, mentally handicapped, doesn't matter what you want to call them. When you do shit like that, you know karma comes back, right? It comes back in so many different ways and so many different forms. And some of y'all really think that it's a game until you find out it's not a game no more. So that's one thing. Say what you want to say about me, feel how you want to feel about me, but I ain't never try to befriend somebody that I know for a fact has any type of mental issues, period. Don't care what scale it is. That's just me. Never would do it. Like I said before, been around it, worked around it before. So that's just something I'm never going to do, period. And if some of y'all really think that's the way to go, your karma is coming in due time. I could just leave it like that. The reason why it's so hard, again, it's hard to not want to slap the shit out of somebody. And it's hard to not want to even just say, damn, I quit. Because you're always going to have ignorant people that feel they know you better than they know themselves. So I'm just going to laugh at this shit on my road to glory. That's what I'm calling it. And it's the name again. Because again, I have come across a whole lot of people, and mostly every last one of them, whether they just came into the fold recently or have they been here since the beginning, mostly every last one of them, I read them as genuine people. And it's rare that you get that. I could have been naive about a lot of shit, but I'm not a naive person. And the main people who have been building with me have been solid, whether they in here every day, whether they shadow watch, whatever. Some even hit me on the back end, like I said. And everybody is appreciative of the things that I am doing. But at some point, it is going to get to a grander scale. But the slow road to victory takes time and dedication and patience. And the sad part about it, some of y'all lack that mentality. Y'all lack that mentality to say, you know what? It doesn't matter how the build comes, it's going to come. And do it genuinely. Like, that's what's different. The funny part about it, I've met even a good group of trolls that even still sub to this page now. And the funny part about it is, they know I'm not saying nothing wrong either. So let this be clear. For the trolls who might think to come here, there are trolls in this chat room as well too. And mostly all of them that did come in know that I'm speaking on some real shit. And again, it's not a racial, it's not an ethnicity, it's not none of that. It's what are we gonna do to stop some of these damn things from happening that I keep speaking about? Like, again, how do we stop these kids from dying young? How do we stop the youth from thinking that the streets is always what it is? How do we stop certain people from hurting them in any way, shape, or form? See, I never fucking moved away from that shit neither. Don't get it twisted. There's a lot of different damn issues that are going on right now. Every last one of them needs to be tackled one way or another. And the main people who have come here, the main people who do be shadow watching, they tell you the same thing. It ain't nothing different about me. I'm cool until you fucking cross the line. That's it. Other than that, I don't have not a near fucking ill fate, ill will, or nothing that nobody's going. I ain't got time for it. This ain't the way to go. That's not helping alleviate some of these pressures that we are still facing today. Or did we not realize that it was a school shooting? Or did we not realize that we constantly get all sorts of situations that's not supposed to happen? And I ain't say sort, it's taught, because some of this shit is taught. And it starts from home again. How do you stop these kids from running the streets? How do you stop these kids from feeling like they got to die before the age of 25? Rosebuds, what's going on? Latanya, hey, what's going on, baby? See y'all then. See, I'm never going to move away from nothing different. This is a serious situation that's going on, even when you unplug from social media. Go look outside of your community and see what the fuck is going on. And you will get a clear, present view of what I've been speaking about. And why it's time for some of y'all to wake up out of the ignorance and start trying to build for a better future. But I forgot. Some people think I'm being abrasive. Some people think I'm trying to be a czar. No, I'm just thinking logical. If you can't understand logic and reason, I don't know what to tell you. Do we need statistical sheets or something like that to prove what I'm talking about? Because that could be fucking happening at some point too. But most people could do their own research and tell you the same thing. I think it's crazy. Appreciate you, Latanya. Again, we just recently had a couple of shootings. Let me say this again. We had more than a couple of shootings since the beginning of the new year. Some were major, some almost didn't get reported. Let's not get away from that. And the fact of the matter is, the fact that kids lost their life in a place that they supposed to be going to learn, that is a fucking problem. Appreciate you, Rose. That's the issue. The fact that these kids lost their lives, that's a problem. In a place that you're supposed to be safe and learning and having recreation and associations with people, like, does anybody else feel a type of way, or am I the only one tripping? If nobody think that's a problem, then this is the ignorance I was talking about. And honestly, I don't need that shit around me at all. Don't. Because on a grander scale, if you make them fucking proper changes, or at least try to band up and make the proper changes, put some of your feelings and differences aside, and just actually get to what needs to be done, we can start to see a little bit of greatness come from that. And then there'll be even more great. Hey, Mary B, what's going on? Nothing wrong or illogical about what I said, neither. On the grandest scale of things again, on the grandest scale of things again, for some who do have to rely on the school systems, and I'm gonna bring this up, you're supposed to make sure that your kids is safe at all costs. And if you're gonna have to pull them kids out of school, or if you're gonna have to homeschool them, or if you decide that's what you want to do before they even think about getting into a school system, that you got to have the time, dedication, and that patience. And if you don't got that, you have nothing. Sound like I'm upset, but I'm really not upset. I'm more tired than anything because it's been a long couple days, especially with Beethoven. But all in all, I haven't just fell off of nothing that I was talking about that need to be talked about. Doesn't matter if it's getting talked about every day because there's always different situations that's happening in between that. See, I'm gonna make this clear about why it's not so much as a racial tension or issue, because almost everybody is fucking struggling. I don't care who you are. The only people who ain't struggling are the quote unquote rich. Everybody else is having some sort of struggle, whether you want to believe it or not. So again, we all ain't perfect. We all ain't gonna never be perfect, but we should try to have that type of ideology to reach for that. Y'all want perfect communities, guess what? Gonna have to be a focal part of that. Whether it's going to them town hall meetings, whether it's trying to vote, doesn't matter what the hell it is. Do what you gotta do. Can't be crying and moping and complaining. And some of y'all act like you just fell into this ideology to just accept whatever happens in the world now. You cannot accept it. And if you are going to accept it, then you're a damn fool. And that's just my view and opinion on it. Certain things that need to be talked about and will be talked about. It doesn't matter if it's social politics, doesn't matter if it's health, doesn't matter what it is. It will be talked about. Same way I feel about anybody that is befriending anybody, whether they have autism, slight mental um, retardation, if you want to call it that. If I find out any type of ill will like that, y'all gotta go. Because I don't fuck around like that. I don't play that shit at all. Angela, what's going on? I do not play that at all. And anybody that's been rocking with me will tell you I don't play those games at all. So if you're on that type of time, guess what? You're gonna have to leave. And then I'm gonna force you to leave. That's just it. Tired of seeing this type of dumb shit happening too. And then you make those people feel a type of way. Especially if they ain't do nothing to you. So just remember that. That karma will come back around. For everybody who has been some sort of ignorant or any type of intolerant, I'm sorry. I feel your karma is coming. I definitely feel that way. And I want to say this too on another note, because this needs to be said. If you are a parent who is living in any type of ignorance, coming on here or coming anywhere and doing ignorant shit, and you have kids that are watching you, what does that say about you? What does that say about you? What character do you have? See, some things are funny, other things just ain't funny. Sorry, it's not. Let me see what I don't find funny. Um, any type of racism, I don't find it funny. Any type of hate or intolerance, I don't find it funny. Jokes, hell yeah, that's funny. Building with good people, yeah, that's good. It's not even funny, but it's good. Almost everything I just said, that's not cool. You know what the problem is? Some of y'all haven't come to that conclusion yet. And again, I think at some point you will. Because I think you're going to befriend the wrong person, and that's going to be the last time you befriend anybody. Before you're either physically dead or you're dead to the world. And either which way, that's a fucked up scenario. Because in the long run, when you might need that help, you ain't going to get it. What was that saying about crying wolf too much? At some point, y'all going to get tired of crying wolf, and it's going to come to you. It's going to be a day you really going to have a fucking dire situation, and nobody's going to want to be bothered. Or nobody's going to believe you at all. It's really sad that even when you're trying to get in accordance with things, you got to still worry about these type of ignorance. And some people think it is supposed to be tolerated. Some people might not even know what's happening. Me, on the other hand, the observer watches a lot of things. I'm telling you that for a reason. So when you walk outside your communities, see what's needed, see what needs to be done. Get in accordance with that, start building for a better future. Some of y'all are crying and moping about these kids dying. You're not putting your best foot forward. And for those who could, they actually are. It's small scales because it's hard when everybody is bashing you in. It's hard when everybody is trying to back you into a corner, especially when you only have but the select few on the battlefield fighting. And it says a lot. See, I'm going to say this again. I could care less about personal views and opinions about me. What I care about is trying to see a change happen one way or another. What I care about is seeing the people around me grow prosperously and happy. The same token. What I care about is these kids not having to go through traumatic events that could possibly fuck their lives up. So less about anybody else's feelings, views, or opinions when it comes to that. Now, this is where I am going to catch a little fit, because again, for those who should be thinking outside of the proverbial box, when does that type of hurt and pain stop? Sad, because most of these kids deserve a fighting chance. They do. But again, everything does start from home. And if you're not teaching or just trying to do the best, then you are setting your kids up for failure. Unless your kids got their own mindset to think outside the box to be better than you. there have been situations like that where even where it looked like it was dire, those kids had enough to say, I don't want to be a part of this. We got to give those type of kids who are having a problem like that inspiration before they fall to the streets, before they fall to the gangs, before they fall to the fucking politics, and before they end up being another person, either as a number of the state or laying in a box. And again, you're going to have some people who just ain't going to like each other, and it doesn't matter. It's not about that. It ain't about that. It's about the future of the youth and the kids, and even the young adults, because they are supposed to be going to the forefronts, reaching for greater and higher links. Start bringing back things that we know we need so we can ensure a better future for them. It shouldn't take a rocket scientist or a book for somebody to know that. Cowboy, what's going on, bro? Y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. Y'all hustle, what's going on, bro? See, I got friends of all sorts, from all spectrums, on all the chords, on and off here. And mostly all of them will tell you the same thing. There's nothing phony or fake about me. And if I feel the need I'm have to do something, then I just have to do it. Yo, AB, what's going on? Hammer, what's going on, sis? Dubs, what's going on, bro? Sky, what's going on, bro? My shit lagging a little bit. See everybody in here. Even the people that have come into the fold recently again will tell you the same thing. Never going to stray away from the actual task at hand. Yeah, I will be addressing shit if I have to. I will be knocking motherfuckers over if I have to. And it's only because I don't care about personal feelings, nor vendettas, nor none of that shit right now. Because again, there is something that is dire going on, and we need to fucking do something. Some of y'all just already decide to quit. I ain't one of them that quit. I never quit in anything that I fucking did, even sports. I'll fucking ride that shit out to the fucking end. And you know what's crazy, Amos? You said something that actually hit on the fucking ball too. It ain't too many of those neither. But what is going on is that you're trying to promote certain things and agendas to these kids that shouldn't be promoted, period. And you are definitely messing with their psyche. You are confusing them in the worst ways. And mostly half of y'all are just allowing it to happen right in front of your damn eyes. And nobody realizes that. This is why you have to be aware. Some of y'all have to open up that damn third eye. See beyond the bullshit and see that there's actually a problem happening. Some people ain't going to like because I'm giving it to you the way I'm giving it to you from the hood perspective. Because I'm one of them niggas that come from the hood. Period. That seen some shit a nigga should never have to see in life. Went through shit that a nigga should never have to go through in life. And yet and still, I came up to be something that is something that my parents are proud of, and I know they're proud of it. And that's the motivation that's keeping me going too. So I can never quit on anything that I'm doing. And again, there is a serious issue going on. And for some, again, who have their kids in these school systems, If you ain't going to be in accordance, if you're not going to be a real physical part of what's going on, then you can't complain about nothing. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing at home to try to ensure a better future, then you're setting them up for failure. And you can't get mad with whatever happens in life. If you're not instilling certain things of that nature into them, you can't fucking come later on with, oh, you need to, oh, you should be. No, because they're going to laugh at you because you were sitting there and promoting it the whole time. Don't wait until late to have a change of heart. See, I'm going to say this like this from a standpoint. People are going to come and go, but the main people will always stay strong and resonate because they understand what the issue is and what the agenda really should be. And again, for those who feel like you want to be here, you're more than welcome to be here. Not, don't bother. And if you come over here thinking that you're going to try to fucking do anything of the sort to disturb the balance or disturb my peace, I'm going to break your jaw piece. Not physically, but verbally. I will break your jaw piece. I will knock your proverbial block off. Because again, the same respect I give people, I expect it back. And that's how mostly everybody that I know feels the same way. And the issue and the reason why some of these kids are failing, some of these kids are falling victim, is because you got adults who don't think like adults. Again, really don't have adults that think like adults. Some of these adults are thinking like fucking 12 and 13-year-olds. Make that shit make sense. And I'm going to say this again. Any type of disturbance that I feel is getting plucked out of here. I don't care how you felt about it because I already made it adamant. We got something we need to fight. Whether you believe it or not, if we don't fight it, it's going to get even worse. And some of y'all are going to really feel that fucking burden. Hence why I said, even when I do open panels, doesn't matter if it's a open discussion or if we on specific topics. If you ain't got nothing to add to it, even in the chat, don't bother coming here. Because I feel that's a troll move and I'm a snap. And I'm going to go worse than what I've been doing. And some of my peoples that have been riding with me from the beginning to tell you straight up, they don't got to be in the chat to tell you, but they will tell you. I'm a whole different breed of angry. And I will unleash something that you know for a fact will fuck you up physically and verbally. It's going to fuck you up physically because you ain't even going to know where it's coming from. And then it's going to fuck you up verbally and mentally because you know I'm speaking something truthful. So I don't care how anybody else feels about anything that I'm doing. If you ain't building over here, get the fuck out of here. And keep your peoples with you if that's the case. I don't care. Guess what? The main person I ever have to worry about having an opinion or view about me is the man upstairs. And I could care less. I follow logics and reasons. I don't follow emotions. And if I gotta get to an emotional point, it's because it's something that I really feel adamant about. These kids are supposed to be the future. These youth are supposed to be the future leaders, world leaders and all. Some of y'all crying more, and you're not even trying to fucking motivate your kids to be something greater. So if I gotta get crazy like this, so fucking be it. And again, if you don't like how it's being said, if you don't like how I'm bringing the message, please get the fuck away from me before I really lose my balance on this bitch. Yeah, I gotta beat my chest right now. Get this ball off my chest. Because again, some of y'all fucking fools should understand this is not a game no more. It's not. And I'm not talking to my peoples. I'm saying the people outside here that think that it's fucking cool to just allow shit to happen. It's not a game no more. Wake the fuck up. Sharonda, what's going on, sis? See you in here. Miss Opinionated, I feel you. What's going on, baby? This is a real issue that's going on. Some of y'all fools are still sleeping. If you ain't going to fucking try to be a part of trying to lead the new revolution, then you shouldn't be crying and moping. And that future revolution are the youth. We ain't going to be here forever, but we should want to at least see before we do leave out this grand place that something has been done on all accords. Something that will last generations and continue lasting generations. This way we don't have no more pain and suffering. This way everybody can have their own and not have to worry about the proverbial rob, kill, steal. Period. These kids could be motivated to do something else outside of just sports and entertainment. And I feel adamant about that. Those kids could be the future Supreme Court judges, congressmen, mayors. Even social media could be their new thing. But it's being used the wrong way. And the sad part about it, some of y'all who run around here with your heads held high, thinking your shit don't stink, at some point when your kids get on here, they will see what the fuck it is. And it's not going to be a good look if you out here wilding. So that's all I'm going to say. Shiki, what's going on, baby? No doubt, stay safe on the road. You already know what it is. I don't think I can say it any clearer. We cannot continue to have these situations happening with the youth. We cannot continue to have these situations where even kids are getting killed in a place that they're supposed to be learning. And if most of y'all are on the accord of trying to take your kids out of school again, I would implore you to have the time, dedication, and patience to do so. And I think I know what a problem is with some parents. Not all, but some. Hold on one second. What are you crying for, my man? Go get your bone. My bad, y'all. Told y'all I've been dog sitting. This is a whole big ass baby. Sorry. But the problem with some of you parents, oh, I didn't get back off the topic. Problem with some of you parents, you refuse to try to sit back and see how your kid learns, how they develop, and then try to work with them on it. Some of y'all quick to give up on your kids. You feel like they slow. You feel like they can't do it. And you feel like they're going to be useless. And then that's they feeling. They're going to feel that way. And that's what's going to make them run into the streets. You not having an open ear, heart, and eye for what's going on with your child is going to lead them into the streets. And it's going to lead them to an early grave. And I don't care how anybody felt about that. That's an actual fact. See, I can come here and not just bring stories and truth, I could bring you observation from a person that has seen and done a lot. That shit ain't a fucking good look, man. Some of y'all are gonna have to rely on the school systems mostly because if you have them high price, high paying jobs, if you have them jobs where you know for a fact you're gonna be working long hours, yeah, that's where the problem begins. And that's where the kids get targeted. And if we ain't getting back to that notion of a village and a community when it comes to making sure everybody kids is safe, then we have a problem. And we're going to continue to have that problem. And it's a damn shame to think that even in this time and age, you figure some people will wake up and yet and still, they still with the ignorant shit. They don't care about what's going on until that shit hit close to home or until that shit really hits you in the stomach. But guess what? When you do decide to make that change, it's going to be too late. Those who just tuned in, y'all already know, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is something that really need to go deep, and it's going to keep going deeper. And it's going to keep fucking with people. You want to know why it's going to keep fucking with people? Because the ignorant people are going to finally realize that the people who have been speaking on these topics and actually trying to make some sort of better changes are actually doing what they saying they're trying to do. And it's going to be a situation where you might get the kindness out of somebody that don't even know you, especially if you went through something traumatic. I never feel you should be trying to burn bridges or befriend people that could actually mean something to you. But I forgot, some people don't know how to think like adults. Yo, hey, what's going on? That's really a sad thing. It's time for some of y'all to wake up for real before it's really too late. So I'm gonna tell you this right now. The time that you are wasting on 15 minutes of fame, time that you wasting on ignorance and arguing and fighting and even killing over dumb shit, that's time and energy wasted. That time and energy could be put into so many different things, including trying to better the future for the kids and the youth and the young adults who are going to be in the forefront. Need to keep them off the streets. And so far, again, on this journey, I've met some real, genuine good people. Even the trolls that I do mess with are good people. And see, they're not doing what some of you motherfuckers around here are doing. That's why I can respect them more than anything. I can't respect somebody who want to come in here and try to disturb what's going on, the balance, for peace. No, not doing that. And if I feel that's coming from anybody again, you're getting up out of it. It's just that simple. Because that's how I eliminate shit in real time too. Time is really of the essence. And it's time to try to pull out these youth who are really lost in confusion on circulation of what they really want to do or be in life. We gotta literally start doing something now. Smallest things can help. All the resources that we know for a fact we had are damn near depleted. And whatever we do have left, it's not enough. This is why we are having the issues that we are having in the world now. Don't take my word for it. Go outside and see what's going on. Go hear what's going on. Or did we not just talk about last night the situation in Florida? Again, I find that real disturbing. I find that real irritating too. Because what kind of responsible adult on any accord is giving kids drugs? I'll wait on that one too. That's where I have a disheartening feeling. That's where I have a disheartening problem again. Shouldn't be tolerated nor accepted. Any type of abuse should not be accepted. Verbal, physical, none of that. Psychologically, that's fucking up Dave. That's giving them the it's giving them the real fucking road to go down. The evil road. The road of no return, because some people are not ever going to come back the right way. Sorry, they're not. If you don't alleviate some of those pressures now, then our precious commodities, which are supposed to be the kids, the youth, and the adults, they ain't gonna survive. They ain't gonna have a standing chance. Bring back some of these programs that we know for a fact need to be bring back. Let's try this again. We need more boys and girls clubs, PALs. We need more recreational, not just recreational. We need more educational centers, physical centers. Real outpatient programs that actually help with people that might need it. Get people the real mental health and the mental help that they need, especially those who really suffer from it, but are trying to live a normal life, trying to do something better. Help them. If you don't believe that, I don't know what to tell you. It's a dire situation. I'm not one of those people that I'll toot my own horn at. No, I don't do that shit. I'm just logical and I'm being reasonable too. You should have an open mind to say, this ain't right no more. We really need to stop living like this. Stop accepting what they want us to accept. It's time to start taking those necessary steps, because if you don't, it's going to get worse than what we're seeing now. Even down again to the drug use. No kids, no youth should be worried about drugs until they are of a certain age, when they are old enough to make their own decisions. And that's usually when you're out of the house, doing your own thing. That's it. Give me 1 second. Oh, I know. Oh, I know, D. I know, baby. I was getting ready to ask you too, D. What the hell happened to your other page? What happened? You gotta talk to me, sis. What the hell happened to your other page? And it's okay, Miss Opinionated. I know. I know for the people out there in Cali, there's a few people out there. I know. I know. Y'all been getting some weird weather. I know. And it's all good. I know y'all been back and forth. Oh, all right. Never mind then. I should know you already, sis. Shoot, we've been riding out for a minute. See, this is one person here that's been riding with me since. Shout outs to my man 7420. Gotta tell you, ain't nothing different about me. When I'm adamant and serious on things, I gets to it and I don't play. And I'm not gonna play around with nobody that's gonna befriend anybody over here. Period. I don't do that in real time. Again, the observer observes a lot. Trust me. I observe a lot. And for those who are here for the build, it's still all love over here. But for anybody else outside of that, it's up and it's stuck. That's all I can say. Because again, we have a dire problem that needs to be attacked. And it's going to start from every angle. It has to. Some of you quote unquote parents and adults who are still thinking like kids, it's time for you to grow up and get your kids right. For everybody else who has been doing what they're supposed to be doing, continue to fight, continue to find different ways to innovate, to keep your kids on the up and up. And for those who are fighting as far as trying to keep these school systems or trying to get these school systems to be safer, I applaud you on that. Shout outs to Riders for Life. One person who is actually on the forefront that I know is trying to get not just the school safety to a better place, but she's actually adamant about that shit even in her community, trying to get these kids off the streets. There are people like that on all the chords, whether they bringing the knowledge and the information and the awareness, whether they boots on the ground or whatever. There are people who are coming together who are actually trying to do something. And that should be a better feeling than the proverbial who did what, who sucked who. Nobody cares about that shit. That right there is just taboo talk. Fuck that taboo talk. What about what's going on now? Yeah, and that's another thing. You got to worry about potential bomb threats, shootings, fights that could turn deadly, sexual abuse. Again, you have people who are fighting, trying to get this type of shit out of the school systems. Because at one point, the school systems wasn't as bad like they are now. So I don't care about personal differences, personal opinions. Because right now, fuck that. We need to worry about what's going on with these youth. We need to worry about how we going to get a lot of them out of these situations, even if we going to go elsewhere and build. It's obvious some of these communities are lost for a fucking doom and can't do nothing about it. But these kids shouldn't have to suffer neither. A lot of life should not have to be wasted. A lot of them that actually have something to offer one way or another to this world that is going to be a contribution, a great contribution. You got to harness that. You have to bring them out of that. If not, it's over. Hey, Tanya, what's going on? Blessings. See you with there. Kev, what's going on, bro? Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. And even for those who are tuned in that might not be a part of this family, this should resonate with y'all asses too. It's time to really start moving forward, putting foots down on the ground and making a better world for these people to rise and grow. We know some things ain't gonna never go away, but for those that can go away, we gotta fight and stop quitting. Yo, hood, fuck your couch, fuck your convertible, fuck your damn job, fuck your funds, nigga. Fuck your shit, nigga. Tired of your shit. Nigga, fuck your Bentley coupe. And fuck your Hennessy, nigga. Shout outs. If you haven't done so by now, drop links and show each other some love, because again, there are good people here. Yeah, I know you still my nigga though, son. You still my nigga. You know, but nothing I said was wrong. Even if we can't save some of the communities that we are coming from, we could at least start building elsewhere and getting these kids to be something better. Let them inspire to be something greater outside of entertainment and sports. And with the way media is going, shoot, push them to be the future newscasters that need to be out there that's actually pushing the real fucking information. Whether it's nationally or satellite or whatever. Push that. Push these kids to be greater. Push them to be future judges. Get it to a point where your community is definitely at least lighter on the crimes than what it is now. And it's crazy. Even get down to the point of trying to fight for the school systems. If you're going to fight, you're going to have to do what you got to do. And again, if you can't do that, then I think you should pull your kids out, but then be smart and know you got to homeschool first. Ain't no walk in the park. It's a 24/7 job when it comes to you raising kids. And if you want your kids to have the best possible outcomes and to avoid falling asleep to the madness, show them better. And again, for those who have kids who they feel are not learning at a high pace, you have to assess what's going on, because everybody does learn differently. I can tell you that from experience. Been around people who have learned differently. Some are going to be high speed. Some are going to be slower than slow. And it's only because they are trying their hardest to assess what's going on. Again, some have dyslexia. And if it's not caught right then and there, it's going to be hard to catch when it's all said and done. We have those who have autism, and they're smart, but they're still learning in the same token. I think it's really time to just wake up, man. Stop giving up on the youth. Even if they ain't your kids, stop giving up on them. See, I ain't just talking for nothing. Talking because it needs to be heard on a grander scale, and it will. Because again, these pressures could be alleviated if everybody would come into accordance. Some are already in accordance and are doing what's necessary. And then you got those who are still living like grown kids. And I could call you a grown kid if you think you're saying or doing anything on here that doesn't relate to some sort of positivity or some sort of bill. See, even when I do have kids in the future, whenever they do see this shit, yeah, they gonna know their father was a fucking nutcase. But he was a serious, logical nutcase. And he is. Because he was adamant about certain things and he still did what he was supposed to be doing. Not everybody gonna be perfect. No, you're still gonna live your life. You're still gonna have your experiences. But guess what? It ain't gonna be my experiences. Yeah, and that's the problem too. You said that right on the nail. She get, oh yeah, and I gotta check your upload. I just got your upload this morning. I think it was last. Yeah, I gotta probably update my phone because I just got your notification for something. I think it was last night. Yeah, because some kids they want to just throw them on medication. No, they just need that extra time and attention. Stop just being quick to dope your kids up. This is how the process starts. This is how they attack them. This is how they fall down somewhere they ain't supposed to be falling. Christy, what's going on? Oh, you already know, bro. Shoot. Get to the money, my guy. It's time to have a conscience. For some of y'all that need to wake up, it's time for y'all to have a conscience. Because if you're not trying to see something better for the youth or even your own kids, you know, what are you saying? What do you say when things go left? That's a question that you should ask yourself. Now, I honestly believe some of y'all it's hopeless to even talk to because you're still going to be living in your own head. You're still going to be thinking selfishly. You're not going to be thinking about these kids, these teens, and these young adults who are trying to be something in life. And I say some of these young adults because some of them have already made it past a traumatic experience. Now they don't know where to go in life. And they need help too sometimes. So we not saying that. We ain't saying nothing at all. If we ain't trying to get to that, we ain't saying nothing at all. You ain't trying to protect your kids on all aspects. We are not saying nothing at all. And honestly, you don't need to be it. I'm not gonna speak because again, I have God kids and I watched all of them grow up and was around for almost every little event that needed to be there. This ain't nothing different. And they ain't full victim to some of the stuff that we have seen and we are still seeing now because they had good people around them, parents and all, community and all, village and all. And that's a good feeling. And that could be on a grander scale too if a lot of y'all would wake up. Christine, what's going on, sis? Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. And some parents should really have a, a common goal too. Don't want to see and hear or possibly worry about your kids not coming home. You want to ensure their safety on all aspects, even when they're not around you, because you don't want to get that damn rude call. Don't want to get that knock on the door. And you definitely don't want to see it somewhere where you're just finding out about it. See, there will be a grand scale of everything that's happening here for those who are new here. And despite my tone today, I'm still good. I'm just really on militant time right now. Because again, we have a problem that needs to be fought on all angles. And if we ain't fighting, then we ain't uniting. And if we ain't uniting, we're gonna crash. Again, I don't believe in giving up on society. I don't believe in giving up on people who need and want to do something better. Personal views and opinions about me mean nothing because they're views and opinions. They ain't factuals. Want factuals? I could give you all factuals and they still gonna tell you the same thing. I'm trying to see something better one way or another. Some people ain't gonna like the way I just come with the real. It is what it is. But the one thing I won't tolerate is ignorance, period. Oh, all scales, I will not tolerate the ignorance. And for most of y'all that know me and been riding, I'll tell you the same thing. Some things I'm not going to entertain. Some things I might just burn down. And if I burn it down, that's because you deserved it. And you know what the hell happens. Because if I want to get on the grand scale of things, what I've been doing is just light. And it could get even heavier. So I would tell y'all this right now again. Choose wisely when you befriending people. I'm not the one you really want to befriend. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't need to have no back and forths, no jokes, no nothing. Just know that on a grander scale of things, you befriend me, it is what it is. You just know what to expect after that. But hopefully, everybody again is enjoying their Thursdays. I know in some spots y'all got rain, some spots is kind of windy and cold as shit. Other spots probably hotter than hotter than the sun. But hopefully everybody is getting through their day, especially those on the West Coast. Hold on one second. My fault. What can I really say right now that I don't think I covered today? Well, come over here shaking on me, man. Get up out of here, man. Go on, get on out, get on out of here, Beethoven. Go on, man. Get your bone, man. Go on, get. My fault, y'all. Go on, get. Come on. Come over here with that drooling mouth, man. I'm telling you, you worse than my dog, man. Whole big baby. I think I said what I really needed to say today. The one thing I really can let me say this the right way. The one thing I can honestly say about those who are actually here, who are actually genuine and building and have not befriended nobody, is the fact that it's good to see that there are people out there who are really trying to do something and see something better, one way or another. Change the world one step at a time. That's better than not changing the world at all, or at least changing the thought processes of the people that are in the world. We can make the world greater ourselves if we actually unify. But it's hard to unify when you have ignorance, hate, and just sheer ignorance and stupidity. So again, it do feel good for those who are here. Don't think love ain't appreciated and reciprocated. Again, I say that every day. See, I don't got time to go back and forth with nobody. And I will never go back and forth because that's a waste of time. What I will do is address, burn, do whatever, and I don't care. And I'm gonna keep it pushing. And I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, which is trying to build. Can't stop that. Only person that can stop it is God Himself. I already put that and spoke into existence that at some point there will be a grander scale of building. Certain things will start happening. But for right now, with this nice little journey, it's good to see that there's actually genuine people that can come together. Everybody else outside of that, I don't know what to tell y'all. Some of y'all only come together anyway because y'all come together for drama and stupidity. I can't do that all day. There's other things going on. I can entertain some of it, but I ain't entertaining all of it. And I can entertain some of it with jokes. I can entertain some of it with just letting you know how I feel. That's it. Peoples, what's going on? Oh, shoot. Well, I hope everybody did get something out of this today. It's a clear and present danger that is still happening. And some of y'all are asleep and it's time to wake up. Should get tired of it now. I know what you're about to do, Beethoven, and you bet not. Act like you don't know the damn kids next door, man. I got one more day with this dog. One more. Help me, y'all, help me. But it's definitely good people here. Some are bringing knowledge and awareness. Some are actually on the forefronts. Some are trying to bring ideas to the forefronts, which is a respectable and an honorable thing over here. See, I don't know what everybody else do everywhere else. But what I do over here is something different. I bring a balance and a peace that's supposed to be here. And I also bring awarenesses and ideas that could help towards that building process. I got time to be worried about who cares about anything I'm saying or doing. It goes to show you I already beat you mentally. Again, I've beaten you. If you worry more about me instead of worrying about what I've been saying in the general message, what does that say? And I think it's time for some of y'all to really understand that. Because once you bring that awareness and that education, what can I say? When you bring that knowledge and education, that begins the building as well too. Especially for those who might be confused and might not have the quote unquote right people around them to push them. They might just see the information themselves, whether it's on here or in the book. And that could be the building process too. You gotta try to harness their damn energy and try to make them, if not make them, try to push them in that right direction. Because we know some just gonna fall into the devil's pit regardless of what's going on. But you have those who are just lost in the source and lost in circulation. Grab the ones that are lost in circulation and show them something better. Give them that elevation that they need. So they ain't gotta never feel a type of way in life. So they can actually build for theirs and for the people around them. Anybody want to chime in on the situation? The link is still in the chat. If not, that's cool. I'm gonna try to do this poetry night tonight, even though I'm not feeling poetic. I did promise y'all I was bringing it back, so we are gonna be in here tonight for it. I will set a time reminder for that. But don't let nothing I said go over your head. Even for those that are watching the replay or could catch this, don't let what I said go over your head. Despite my tone, I'm still adamant about trying to see a change. And it's time to start seeing a change. It starts with everything. It starts with at home, and it starts with what's going on in these communities. In order to see the best positive outcomes, you got to be a part of that outcome. And if you're just going to stand back, then you can't cry and mope about nothing. You could just stay on the sidelines like you've been doing. Live in your ignorance. Live in your filth. Don't try to come around us when we're doing what we're doing. So I can tell you. I ain't going to keep y'all long. I'm definitely about to try to figure out lunch. Done had a long ass morning, but I'm glad I got through the day. And we still here. And it's still a blessing. For those who are able to wake up, don't forget that neither. And those watching the replay. For every day that you're able to wake up, for every day that you're not locked up or in that grave, that is a blessing. For every day that you can try to build and try to move something better, that is a blessing. And if you want to misuse your blessings, you're going to be short of them when it's all said and done. Don't take my word for it. Just watch it happen. You don't got to like me. Shit, you can love me, like me, don't like me. But you will respect me because I'm bringing something that's respectable that should be bought. And I'm just the one that's going to be raw about it all the time about it. I ain't going to have to disrespect your kids or none of that other shit because that's not the route I go. So that's one thing you can never fucking worry about. I might attack your ass, but I ain't attacking your kids or nobody else. And not on the scale that some of y'all are doing it. Jokes is jokes. I ain't going to even talk about no kids like that. Not going to bring them into nothing because, again, I don't worry about the riffraff, the back and forth, none of that. This whole year and 3 months I've been on here doing content, I never strayed away from nothing. And I'm still doing the same thing I've been doing, bringing that awareness to a grander scale, whether you like it or not. You don't got to like the way I'm building it, but you're going to respect the building. And again, I'm going to let this be known for those who might be coming into the fold. Have respect, and there will be respect. If not, just out of here. Not going to catch me on here having no war words with somebody again when we got something that we really need to be trying to tackle. Not a kid less about all that dumb shit. Says nothing. Exactly, Amy. Blessings to you. Blessings and everybody that's been here. Everybody that might be new here. See, I don't try to force people's views and opinions. Everybody gonna have their own. And I don't need to alienate nobody or befriend nobody. I'm just gonna be me, whether you like me or not. And you can't stop me from being me. Because if I have to be somebody else, then I'm being a character, then I'm being a phony. And I've seen some phonies on here. So I don't got to go back and forth with jokes, none of that shit. That's nothing. Because that's an everyday thing. What I'm worried about is results. What I'm worried about is trying to see something better. Even when I decide to bring kids in this world, I want to at least be able to make sure they are safe on all accords. And it starts with the fucking battle. I think I said all I need to really say today. Again, it's time for y'all to wake it up. Because if you don't care what's going on in the world, when it hits hard and it hits close to home, you're going to wish to God you was woke. You're going to wish to God you thought about trying to help, trying to fight. And again, for those who are new here, tonight I'm bringing back open mic poetry, music, and comedy. And we will be in the building. And anybody that want to hit the panel, y'all already know what it is. Y'all more than welcome. And for those who are new here, again, you will get a balance of things. Again, I could care less about everybody else's views and opinions about me because those are views and opinions. And I don't deal with feelings, I deal with logic. Dr. West, what's going on? Hold on, Ham, I got you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Go
Thank
on,
you. Yeah, they're gonna do a movie about Casablanca Records. They had Donna Summer, somebody playing Donna Summer, George Clinton, Bill Weathers, you know.
Yeah,
There was $7 million in debt, Casablanca was. And
that's crazy.
Motown was putting out a hit on the people at Casablanca. They had Kiss on there, man. So it'll be out tomorrow. I would like to see how it went down. I used to grow up with Casablanca Records.
Yeah.
Oh, you did too?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't even. The most I heard about was Motown. I ain't know about Casablanca.
Yeah, yeah. It was an independent record company, and they were like
Uh,
$7 million in debt. But the guy wanted to make Casablanca Records relevant, you know. But Motown didn't want to have nothing to do with it, you know. But they were $7 million in debt, so they went. They had George Clinton, Kiss, Bill Weathers, Donna Summer, Gladys Knight. Yeah. So, anywho, I'm getting ready for my trip tomorrow. So I'll be leaving out here at 1 o'clock p.m. So I'm gonna have some fun. I got some money, so I'll get some money out tomorrow. But I just want to tell you something. You keep on doing what you're doing, Nate. But you know, 9 times out of 10, I just wish people would have some common sense in the world. But you know, we get distracted. You know, on baloney. That's what we get distracted on. It's mostly baloney. And you know, there are times when I get tired of the baloney. You know, and you know, it's just uh it's just a darn shame that we can't have the intestinal fortitude to realize what's really freaking going on. Right now we got 3 9-year-olds shot dead. They're gonna have their funerals, and you know, I'm sick of all these mass shootings. Luckily, we haven't had one here in Jersey, but I'm just saying, there's got to be somebody who can have the guts to say we're tired of having all these mass shootings. So
exactly. And you
it's
said
getting
something
ugly.
right there.
But the only person that can do that, the president can do all he wants, executive orders, but it's with Congress, initially with Congress. I think the president can do more than just, you know, but that's how I feel about it. But like I said, we get distracted with the mess, and we become a joke as us as a people. We get involved with Jerry Springer, Maury Povich mess.
Exactly.
God. Even though they're both retired, you still see them play out on the TV screen. Steve Wilkos still does his mess too, show. But like I said, we've always been involved in freaking mess reality TV shows of like this like this one show. This woman has got three men, uh, three brothers, three husband wives. You know, you know. So that's what it is. I'm getting like the words of Captain Murdoch of Lethal Weapon. I'm getting tired. I'm getting too old for this shit. Ah. Hey, Captain Murtaugh, you told the truth, man. God. Ah. Anywho, yeah, Captain Murtaugh was right. I'm getting too old for this shit, Nate. Sorry.
No, you good.
Yeah,
Tanya,
I
you
agree
speak
with
your mind.
Captain
You know that.
Murtaugh. Hey, Captain
Mm.
Murtaugh, wherever you at, man, we're getting too old for this shit, Captain Murtaugh. Ah. uh, it's us against the mess, Nate.
Yeah, I know.
It's
But
us
enough
against
people
the
come
mess.
together.
Huh?
Enough people come together, we could fight all of that. Trust me.
It makes you feel like you want to go to the nearest bar and just drink. I don't want to drink, but it's getting to that point, you know. I don't want to give up, but it's just like the mess is always it's outsmart us 2-1. You know, people ain't got no common sense no more. That went out the window. But I
Facts.
guess you and I are the only two people left in this planet who can stop the mess. uh,
No, it's more of us. It's more of us that's coming together. Trust me. It's a lot of us that are here that are fighting against it. Trust me.
well, they shouldn't go on reality TV shows and put their mess out there.
The same shit
That's
on
what
here
I
too.
said. Huh?
Same shit on here. The same thing on here too. Some people
Yeah,
can't put certain things out here.
yeah. But on this YouTube it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week mess. You know? Yeah, no. You know what? I try to do best on my own show, and I'll be live again next week. So I'm gonna avoid I'm trying to avoid the mess as much as I possibly can. I may be one person, but I got a whole army of Hammer Nation Knights with me, so I'm not gonna be alone on that front. Shoot.
You already know that. You
Yeah.
already know that. You got the right people with you too. So, and
Yeah, I
that's the
got a
most
lot of I
important
got a
thing.
lot of Nate supporters and Hammer Nation supporters. So, but like I said before, Nate, it's always we always get distracted with mess, and it's like that movie The Blob. You can't kill it. All you can do is freeze it, and that's what we got to do. It's the mess blob. We got to get a whole bunch of fire extinguishers. We can't kill it. We got to freeze it and send it somewhere where it's nice and cold, where it don't melt. But like climate change as it is, there's no cold no more. There's no cold no
Exactly.
more. All that cold just went. So
Cat
what?
Daddy, what's going on?
Hmm, the blob mess went away, man. The blob cold went away. The
Yeah.
climate is changing, and we got a lot of rain, but we ain't have much snow here. But like I said, we're fighting against the blob, and we're gonna have to get every fire extinguisher we can to contain it, because we can't kill the doggone thing. Ugh, oh well. But if I don't see you around Sunday, I'll be back Sunday. So you have a good rest of your day there, Nate. Really,
You too,
really.
Tanya, and make sure you have fun and enjoy yourself.
Oh, I will. I'm going to the medieval times. They have it there. I'm going to Houlihan's. I've never been there, so I'm going to have a really needed spend. I got some spending money, so I'll be there on Saturday, and I'll be back Sunday, and I'll let y'all know what happened.
No doubt. We'll definitely be here for it.
Oh, thank you, Nate. Listen, just keep up the good work and just fight the mess blob monster as much as you can. Get as much as fire extinguishers as you can. I'm gonna try to get as many as I can. We need a whole army of fire extinguisher people around us to stop this blob mess, okay?
Oh, we do.
God. Huh?
I said we do, and they in the chat
Yeah.
right now.
All right. Yeah. Hey, hey, people. Can I say something? People in the chat, get your fire extinguisher emojis and just get that blob mess out of here. Okay. Ugh, Lord, Lord.
Right.
Thank you. See you later.
Have a good one, Tanya. Shout outs to Hammond Nation. Y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And see, she had her own interpretation on things, and it still didn't get away from what was being said. It's too much mess going on, and we definitely need to clean it up. Salute and blessings to everybody who popped in. Realist, what's going on? Cat Daddy, what's going on, bro? Definitely see y'all in here. You know, you got good people in here that give information and awareness on a different scale. And guess what? It's always appreciated because these are things we need to be aware of, and these are things that we need to try to build. You know, utilize what we can. And when it is specific topics being talked about, this is some this is just something I always felt. If you're not going to add nothing real legit to it, and you should just sit back and listen. Trying to get myself in that poetic spirit again for tonight. So again, the link is in the chat in case anybody else might want to pop in and give their views, opinions, and whatever insight on it. But if not, I ain't gonna hold y'all forever. I just feel all in all what I said, I didn't go nowhere off the topic. We have a problem that we definitely have to fight. And even if you can't save all your communities, you're trying to build your own, grab those who you know for a fact are trying to do something and want to be something in life. You know? You're not really late, Cat Daddy, unless you want to add to the situation. I was just basically talking on a few things, especially why it's hard to build when you got ignorant people on all scales, whether they racist, bigots, so on and so forth. Again, you should want to grab those up who do want to make something of themselves. Even those who might not be sure of what they want to be, they still want to be something. So that should say something. It's time to really grab these people up the way you need to grab them up. And show them the ways, teach them the real education and knowledge they need to learn, and show them at least how to succeed in life without having to resort to the streets, without having to resort to violence, and without having to resort to scamming. That's a grand scale problem too. Too many fucking scammers. Another reason why it'd be hard to build, because some will actually give their hard earned to people who ain't even really trying to do something. Or at least won't give back to those who you know for a fact have done something. It's really time to stand up and fight. And it's time to unite. And uniting in ignorance ain't the way to go. The back and forth ain't the way to go. But who am I to say anything, right? But what I will say, all in all, is if you don't think the future of those kids and those potential great minds and great thinkers is important, if you don't think these future politicians, judges, technicians, everything ain't important, the fact that they want to build and be something ain't important, then you don't stand on nothing. And some are going to take it personal. I don't care if you take it personal, but you should take it logical. Because if you're really not going to stand up and really either put boots on the ground or bring that awareness or try to bring something to the forefront that can help with building and trying to cultivate and trying to break some of these cycles, then you're not saying nothing. Then you can't come here thinking that you're going to do something. And if you're not going to fight, then you might as well just continue to sit on the sidelines like you've been doing. But I really think it's something that should resonate. Even the people who are in dire situations and their upbringings, they need to be lifted. Because those kids don't need to suffer. Those teens don't need to suffer. Because when they get to young adulthood or even adulthood, they want to have a view of the world that they shouldn't have. And again, you can make anything that you want in this world happen for you if you put your mind and dedication to it. But if they don't got the right people pushing them on that right path and trying to ensure their safety on all ends, then it's a done deal. What else more can I say? Plus, what's going on? I knew you was shadow watching somewhere. You and old head of the two honorary shadow watchers, but I fucks with y'all. Because y'all also bring something good to the table too, conversation wise. You already know, bro. See, again, I got people from all angles, people of all sorts, and we all coming together for that common goal, change. So I don't have time for the nonsense. I don't have time for people trying to disrupt or trying to cause division. I don't have time for none of that. And again, the observer observes everything. So when it's time to do what I got to do, just know it's going to be done. And if I feel I got to take it a step further, for those who've been knowing me, y'all know how petty I am. I will get real petty. But then again, it ain't going to change the difference. Because I'm going to be petty and still be giving out this damn work and this education and this awareness. And at some point, the building. So you're not stopping nothing that I'm doing. I get where you going at, realist, but guess what? As far as here, this sanctum, everybody is coming together one way or another. And we don't all gotta like each other or agree with each other. But we are coming together for that common goal. That's the grander scale of things though. Because what Les is saying is not that far off neither. This is why we are seeing certain things at a drastic rate. and at a high rate too, because a lot of it is already being foreseen for what it is. A lot of the ignorance is going to cease to exist at some point, because most people are going to have that logic that regardless to what they want to see change in the world. And you can't see change in the world if everybody is just being ignorant. Gotta get up out of that. No, I know, bro. I'm saying too. I've seen some things even in real time that could actually happen. But again, it got to be harnessed, and it got to be the right people coming together. We can't come together for the madness all the time. That shit is garbage. I just call it like I see it. I've seen some people come together in real time and actually make something happen, even if it was something small. Again, it's not about that. It's just about seeing something greater and good. So, but all in all, I ain't gonna hold y'all forever. I'm gonna try to get myself in accordance. I am gonna set this time reminder again for those who just popped in. Open mic music, poetry, and comedy is back tonight. It's back in full effect. For those who are catching the replay, don't forget the time, because it will be a time reminder tonight. And for those who want to pop up, y'all more than welcome. I definitely appreciate everybody who tuned in. And again, if y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the shadow watchers that rock with your boy. Y'all already know what it is. For everybody who was in attendance today, y'all already know love is love, and it will be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. And that's all I want to do is give you real spill. For those who was late to this show, y'all already know y'all can catch the replay. And I will definitely be back in here later on tonight. Set that time reminder. I'm going to give y'all some time to try to get yourself situated and whatever, because a few people said they wanted to pop up. So I'm going to give y'all the time to pop up, because it's not just my show for tonight. So we'll definitely be back in here. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings. Oh, I ain't forget. Shout outs Paranormal, baby. I ain't forget about you, baby. Y'all already know love is love, though.